Phantasmagoria.
Haunting.
And haunting.
Quite a little poem. Published in 1869 by Reverend Charles Dawson.
More popularly known as Lewis Carroll.
One winter's night at 9:30, cold, tired, cross, and muddy, I had come home too late to dine, and supper with cigars and wine was waiting in the study.
There was a strangeness in the room, and something white and wavy was standing nearby in the gloom.
I took it for some carpet broom left by some careless navy.
But presently the thing began to shiver and to sneeze.
On which I said, come, my man, that's a most inconsiderate plan. Less noise there, if you please.
I've got a cold.
The thing replies,
Out there upon the landing.
I turned to look to my surprise, and there before my very eyes,
A little ghost was standing.
It trembled as it caught my eye.
got behind a chair.
How came you here, I said, and why? I never saw a thing so shy. Come out, don't shiver there.
He said,
A flutter of alarm is not unnatural, is it? At first I thought you meant some harm, but now I see you are quite calm. Let me explain my visit. The spectre said this place was low, and that you kept bad wine.
so as a phantom had to go.
As I was first, of course, you know, I couldn't well decline. But I've never taken yet a strict domestic part, and in my flurry I forget.
The 5 good rules of etiquette.
We have to know by heart.
His 5 rules.
My first
I don't suppose, he said, I'm setting you a riddle.
is if your victim be in bed, don't touch the curtains at his head, but take him in the middle. Thank you. And slowly wave them in and out while drawing them asunder.
And in a minute's time, no doubt, he'll raise his head and look about with eyes of round wonder.
And here you must on no pretense make the first observation. Wait for your victim to commence.
No ghost of any common sense begins a conversation. If he should say,
How came you here?
the way that you began, sir, in such a case your course is clear.
On the back, my little dear.
That's the appropriate answer. If after this he says no more, perhaps you should curtail your exertions. Go and shake the door, and then if he begins to snore,
You know the thing's a failure.
the second tells us what is right in ceremonious code.
First burn a blue or crimson lighter, thing I quite forgot tonight, then scratch the doors or walls.
I said you'll visit here no more. If you attempt the guy, I'll have no bonfires on my floor. And as for scratching at the door, I'd like to see you try.
The third was written to protect the interest of the victim,
And tells us, as I recollect,
to treat him with a grave respect and not to contradict him. The fourth prohibits trespassing,
where other ghosts are quartered,
and if convicted of a thing,
unless when pardoned by the king,
must instantly be slaughtered. This simply means be cut up small.
ghosts soon unite anew. The process scarcely hurts at all.
No more than what an act is what you call.
Cut out by a review. The fifth is one you may prefer that he should quote entirely.
The king must be addressed as sir. This from a simple courtier is all the law requires. But if you wish to do a thing without an out politeness, accost him as
My goblin king.
And always use in answering.
the phrase.
Your royal whiteness.
I'm getting rather hoarse, I fear.
After so much recital.
So if you don't mind, my little dear, I'll try a glass of bitter beer. I think it looks inviting.
Now that's a thing I will not stand, and so I tell you flat.
Aha!
Said he,
We're getting grand.
taking a bottle in his hand.
I'll soon arrange for that.
And here he took it carefully and gaily cried,
Here goes!
I tried to dodge it as it came.
but somehow caught it all the same.
Exactly on my nose.
Oh, it's quite old-fashioned now to groan when one begins to speak. This is the newest thing in town.
And here,
It chilled me to the bone.
he gave an awful squeak.
Perhaps, he added, to your ear, this sounds an easy thing. But try it yourself, my little dear. It took me something like a year of constant practicing.
But don't they consult the victims, though?
He said.
They should by right. Give them a chance because you know the taste of people differs so, especially in sprites.
You're like a man I used to meet who one day got so furious and arguing the simple heat burned both the slippers off his feet.
I said that's very curious.
Well, it is curious, I agree.
And sounds perhaps like fizz.
But it's true as true can be, as sure as your name's Tibbs.
And he.
I said, my name's not Tibbs.
Not Tibbs.
He cried, his tone became a shade or two less hearty.
Why, no, said I. My proper name is Tibbets.
Tibbets?
I the same.
Why, then you're not a party.
With that, he struck the board a blow that shivered half the glasses.
Why couldn't you told me so 3/4 of an hour ago, you prince of all the asses? Don't talk!
He cried.
As I began to mutter some excuse.
Who can have more patience with a man who's not going on to stress than an idiotic goose?
It's very fine to throw the blame on me in such a fashion. Why didn't you inquire my name the very minute that you came?
He answered in a passion.
'Twas my fault after all, I find. Shake hands, old turnip top. But gracious me, it's getting light. Good night, old turnip top, good night.
A nod.
And he was gone. For years I've not been visited by any kind of sprite, yet still they echo in my head.
Those parting words, so kindly said.
Old turnip top,
Good night.